Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, growth requires pause, and progress sometimes means rebuilding. While 2025 may see slightly fewer ships sailing to our shores, it's all part of preparing for a spectacular 2026. A future larger, stronger, and more vibrant than ever. Mr. Speaker, I rise today to share with my honorable colleagues a preview of the cruise season for 2025 and provide a snapshot of the projections for the remainder of the year. Mr. Speaker, you will be aware that the Ministry of Transport released a joint press release with Norwegian Cruise Lines Holdings Limited last week, and just recently the 2025 cruise ship schedule. I would like to share a little more detail at this time. Mr. Speaker, the cruise ship season is projecting 179 cruise ships calls in 2025. A few more than the 2024 season will end with a year at approximately 172 calls after 18 canceled calls thus far. In 2024, these canceled calls are attributed to both weather events and pre-planning itinerary changes. 13 weather and 5 itinerary changes. There are still 5 more cruise ships called before the end of the season, before the final numbers will be tallied. I would say, Mr. Speaker, that the revenue for passengers is up over 2023 and over the budget amount. In 2025, Mr. Speaker, we are projecting 518,510 passengers at 95% occupancy, accounting for weather cancellations similar to 2024. Also, in 2025, there is a reduction in winter calls. There's 1 call in January and 1 call in February and 8 calls in March. Mr. Speaker, you might notice a reduction of 11 calls overall from the 2024 season, and there is a reason. Progress is the prime reason. I know the Minister of Public Works will join with me in our exhilaration that the King's Wharf Pier is finally going to get its much-needed extension by 200 feet and become equal in size and stature to that of the Heritage Wharf Pier in Dockyard. The extension is between the terminal building and the Corn Dolphins. 100 feet, and that's not the dolphins that swim, by the way. 100 feet each side of the terminal building. This news may not mean much to many, but to those who know, it is a significant milestone. This project will significantly help Bermuda attract certain ships and more ships, and the Bermuda Land Management Corporation, formerly REDCO, will be postured to better service ships at King's Wharf. Most importantly, this enhancement will help the Department of Marine and Port and Ship agent manage the cruise ship schedule more effectively, as both piers will be equal in size, and the upgrades will allow guests during the disembarkment and embarkment process to have a better passenger experience, because more hatches will be deployed, allowing gangways to be used. Mr. Speaker, this construction project would not be possible without the Ministry of Transport collaborative effort with the Bermuda Land Management Corporation, the Ministry of Public Works, and the sincere support and partnership of Norwegian Cruise Lines Holdings Limited, a dedicated partner to Bermuda for decades. Mr. Speaker, the King's Wharf Pier will be under construction from the 2nd of October 2025 to March 31st, 2026. In addition, this winter, 2025, some pre-construction work will start. Mr. Speaker, the good news does not finish here. The Norwegian Cruise Lines has committed to deploying some of its newest ships to Bermuda, and a third starting regularly from 2026, thereby calling 7 days a week in peak season. Mr. Speaker, in 2026, passenger projections will increase again. Deployment booking today for 2026 include 199 cruise ships calls, estimating 575,000 passengers. It is in 2026 that our 2 new marine and port 550 passenger ferries will also be in service. Mr. Speaker, these numbers remain fluid, but we are preparing for a future larger, stronger, and more vibrant than ever. Mr. Speaker, the 2025 ship schedule is on the line, at www.marineandports.bm. Mr. Speaker, thank you very much.